Today, we are diving into something that sounds almost too good to be true. We're going to show you how to seriously upgrade your metabolism, all while you're just sitting in a chair. Yep, you heard that right. Let's get straight into it.
I mean, just think about that question for a second. Imagine eating a meal and then cutting that blood sugar spike by almost 50% without even getting up. It honestly sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, but it's very real. And it all comes down to one small muscle you've probably never even heard of.
And if that wasn't enough, it gets even crazier. A really incredible study from 2022 discovered that by activating this one specific muscle, you can actually double your body's rate of fat metabolism. We are talking about a major metabolic boost happening while you work at your desk or watch TV.
So what is this metabolic superstar? Well, it's time to meet your Soleus muscle. You might not know its name, but it's basically the unsung hero of your lower body. And trust me, you're going to want to get to know it.
So the soleus is kind of hiding in plain sight. It's tucked away deep underneath your main, visible calf muscle, the one you probably think of. But unlike its neighbor, the gastrocnemius, which is all about power, the soleus is built differently. Think of it as a marathon runner, not a sprinter. It's the muscle that keeps you standing, walking, and moving around all day.
Yeah, this chart really breaks it down perfectly. That gastrocnemius muscle, the one you can see, is for those big, powerful movements, like jumping or sprinting. It gives you a burst of energy, but it gets tired pretty fast. The soleus, on the other hand, is all about endurance. It's built for the long haul, and that unique design is the secret to its metabolic magic.
Okay, so we know what it is and where to find it, but now let's get into the really cool part, the science of why this muscle is such a game changer for our metabolism. It all comes down to its unique construction.
So here's the secret sauce. The soleus is almost entirely made of slow-twitch muscle fibers. You can think of these as tiny, super-efficient engines, and they are absolutely packed with mitochondria, the power plants of our cells. This whole setup allows the soleus to just keep burning fuel, both glucose and fat, for hours and hours without ever getting tired.
And this is the real kicker. Normally, for your muscles to use the sugar in your blood, they need a signal from the hormone insulin to kind of unlock the door and let the sugar in. But the soleus is special. It basically has its own master key. It can pull sugar right out of your bloodstream without needing much insulin at all. This is a massive deal, especially for anyone dealing with insulin resistance.
Let's just walk through how this works. As soon as you start contracting the soleus, it's like you flip on a light switch. The muscle needs energy, so its mitochondria start pulling glucose directly from your blood to fuel that activity. This process activates special gateways for the sugar to enter the muscle, and it does it without needing that big insulin signal. The result? Your blood sugar gently comes down and your fat burning goes up. It's a total win-win.
Okay, enough of the biology lesson, right? Let's get to the fun part. How do we actually turn on this metabolic superpower? Well, the researchers identified a few really simple, low-effort exercises that pretty much anyone can do anywhere.
This is it. This is the main event. It's called the Soleus Push-Up, or SPU. It looks really simple, but it is incredibly effective. All you do is sit in a chair, keep the front of your feet on the floor, and lift your heels up. Then you lower them back down. The key is to just repeat that motion continuously with a nice, smooth, gentle rhythm. This movement isolates the soleus and lets it get to work.
Now, the SPU is definitely your go-to, but it's not the only option. You can mix things up. A seated calf raise with a little bit of weight on your thighs is great. Or you could try an isometric hold where you just stand with your knees slightly bent, go up on the balls of your feet, and just hold it there. Even something as simple as walking with a slight knee bend can help target the soleus more. Okay, now to really get these amazing benefits, you have to do it the right way. It's not complicated, but there are a few key things to remember. So let's quickly go over some best practices and the common mistakes people make. This is super important. The biggest mistake people make is doing a standard straight leg calf raise. That works the gastrocnemius, not the soleus. You have to keep your knees bent to isolate the right muscle. And forget about doing fast, powerful reps. The magic is in that slow, gentle, continuous movement, done for a longer period of time.
So, how often should you do this? Well, it really depends on your goal. If you're focused on blood sugar control, the best time is right after you eat a meal. For improving insulin resistance, try doing it a few times, spaced out throughout your day. And if you really want to boost fat metabolism, you'll want to aim for a higher total time, but you can absolutely break that up into smaller, more manageable chunks.
Now, we have to be really clear about something. This is not a magic pill. It's an unbelievably powerful tool to have in your arsenal, especially for those of us who sit a lot during the day.
but it is not a replacement for an overall healthy diet and an active lifestyle. Think of it as a secret weapon, a supplement to all the other good things you're doing.
So I just want to leave you with this quote, directly from the researchers. They called this the most efficient, known low-effort exercise for glucose regulation. What we have here is a simple, accessible, and scientifically proven way to give our metabolic health a serious boost. So the only real question is, when are you going to give it a try?